And the Emmy goes to Shogun.
People are sent to Slayer House for one or two reasons. One, they're an absolute loser.
Speak for yourself.
And two, they've unwittingly pissed someone off.
Cette maison est aussi fragile et précieuse que la dentelle qu'elle fabrique.
From a French succession-style fashion drama called La Maison to a new season of Emmy Award-winning spy thriller Slow Horses, welcome to Arts 24, where we're bringing you the latest from the world of TV series. Well, Dheepthika Laurent joins me to take us all through it. Now, speaking of those Emmys, let's break down the big winners and losers from this year's awards season.
Well, Olivia, the big winner would be, of course, Shogun, the American-Japanese series on FX, became the first ever non-English language series to win for Best Drama. It also picked up Outstanding Actor for Hiroyuki Sanada and Outstanding Actress for Anna Sawai, as well as Outstanding Director and Guest Actor awards. It's an historical epic set in feudal Japan. It's actually won over critics and fans alike this year. It also set a record for the most single-season Emmy wins, 18 in total. This following previous wins at the Creative Arts Emmys earlier this month. Now, FX and its parent company Disney will certainly be relieved. This was a big budget epic with a mostly Japanese cast, also in Japanese. It took reportedly 10 years to come to fruition, so it was a very big gamble. It appears that it's paid off. Take a look.
It was an East meets West dream project with respect. And Shogun taught me that when people work together, we can make miracle.
Thank you to the Academy for naming me alongside my fellow nominees whose work I grew up watching and love.
War is coming.
Life and death are the same. Both can have value and purpose.
This is not where we die. We should be corpses, I know, but here we are.
Like you say, Deepti, such an ambitious production, quite a gamble, but definitely paid off in the lavish production. Now, who were the other winners then?
Well, The Bear, the other big winner, the Chicago restaurant drama, picked up 11 awards for its second season, including Best Actor again for Jeremy Allen White, Best Supporting Actor, Actress, and Guest Actor all in the comedy category. It didn't get Best Comedy, though, and perhaps for some this is seen as the kind of big shock of the night because it has also picked up several awards in the past Emmys seasons. Perhaps this year it was a response also to a rather lukewarm reception for season 3. It wasn't panned, but it wasn't very warmly received by fans or critics. The other big winner was Netflix's Baby Reindeer. Now, this is a show that everyone has been talking about all year long. It's a dark drama comedy miniseries about a man dealing with a female stalker. Now, the woman who reportedly inspired this series is suing Netflix for defamation, saying she herself was harassed online after the series came out.
Yeah, it's certainly a deep dive into some very dark personal experiences there. Well, now to a show that got its first Emmy for writing on a drama series. That's Slow Horses. Season 4 of this critically acclaimed British spy drama is out this month. It is getting rave reviews.
Yeah, 4 seasons in, it's still getting rave reviews. This is a really great show. It's quintessentially British as well. It's based on the book series by Mick Herron. This one's based on his book Spook Street. Gary Oldman plays Jackson Lamb. He's the head of Slough House, which is kind of purgatory for disgraced MI5 spies. They're generally expected to stay out of MI5's way, but if you've seen the last 3 seasons, you'll know that they do exactly the opposite. Now, the show has everything. Excellent scripts and good old-fashioned spy intrigue that also takes us to France this season, Olivia. And, of course, star power. You've got Gary Oldman, but also Kristen Scott Thomas, who plays his arch-nemesis.
Yeah, she's very scary in that role. And in fact, Kristen Scott Thomas spoke to our colleague Sonia Patricelli this year at the Festival of Angoulême. Take a look.
I discovered that I had a talent for playing the kind of person who terrifies me. Maybe it's to send away the bad vibes. But it's true that the woman I play in Slow Horses is quite special. But it's a lot of fun playing her.
I'm putting out fires every day.
You just want to keep your job, is all?
Yes, because I'm bloody good at it.
I need to protect my grandfather. He's confused all the time. He thinks he's being watched.
You always run off by yourself trying to be a hero.
What the? Our threat levels are critical.
Well, it looks good. So, Deepthi, what do you think? How does this season hold up?
Well, you know, one of the things about this series is that it's always very cheerfully leaned into its protagonist, Jackson Lamb, to much great comedic relief. You know, he's greasy-haired, he's paunchy, he's farting, he's belching, he's a walking HR nightmare. He's deeply inappropriate, but also, of course, a brilliant mind. And the genius of this show is really how they turn the spy trope on its head. This group of spies, they're deeply flawed, they're selfish, they're cynical, they're working out of an office that's basically a dump. So it really is, that's the kind of amazing part of the show. And in this season, they still have the magic, you know, and you start to care for these characters, you invest yourself in them. There's a lot of nice, subtle kind of background details about the characters. There's also a British-Australian actor, Hugo Weaving, who joins this season as a villain. And, you know, what's nice is this show has never been afraid of surprising or shocking us, and season 4 certainly continues in that tradition.
Well, it certainly champions the underdog spies, I suppose. Next series has got all the backstabbing and drama of Succession, but this time it's set in the French fashion world. It's called La Maison, new drama from Apple TV Plus with a stellar French cast. Tell us more about this one.
Well, this is La Maison follows La Maison Ledoux, which is a fictional Parisian luxury fashion house run by the brilliant but irascible designer Vincent Ledoux, who's played by Lambert Wilson, who's an actor very well known actually for his role in The Matrix. Now, this character Ledoux pulls a Galliano, that's how they call it, i.e. a drunken, racist, career-ending rant that's caught on video. The struggling fashion house then turned to Paloma Castel, who's this rebellious young designer, to come help save them and breathe, you know, fresh air into this fashion house. They also need to ward off attempts by a rival fashion house called Rovel to acquire it. So as you can see, the show is not light on intrigue, betrayal, or drama. Take a look.
Succession was a true inspiration for the writers. It's a story of two families that are falling apart. Above all else, Succession was our reference, more than the world of fashion. Fashion is the backdrop, but at its core, it's the family drama, the betrayal, people tearing each other apart.
The quest for power is almost like an illness. You never have enough of it. And there are many cases like that in France. They keep buying, and as soon as there's a chance to broaden their influence, to broaden their world, they just go for it. It's like a drug.
Diane Revel est obsédée par le dieu.
Depuis le temps qu'elle veut nous posséder, celle-là, il faut qu'on fasse bloc, ensemble, hein, comme une vraie famille.
Le dieu ou Team Revel?
Alors, réfléchissez bien, Victor. Pactiser avec le diable est parfois la seule manière de ne pas crever.
Si je veux trahir ma famille, je veux la place du chef. Votre place, PDG de Revel. On va plutôt commencer par le maillon faible.
Machin.
Mon job, c'est pas de te sauver toi, mais de sauver cette maison.
Vous êtes tous des tarés.
So some very big names there from French TV and cinema. Deepthi, what did you think of the series?
Well, look, excellent. I really liked it. I actually finished the whole series. It was really bingeable. Two things stuck out for me. Great casting. as you said, and great cinematography. Lambert Wilson and Zita Hanro, who you might actually recognize her from the Netflix rom-com series, The Hookup Plan. So they play Ledoux and Castel. Great chemistry between the two of them. French actress Carole Bouquet is just terrifying as this fearsome matriarch, Diane Revel. And I love this contrast between the staleness of these fashion houses and the energy of the social media savvy young designers who are doing their catwalks in underground car parks and all of that. It's a wonderful exploration also of cancel culture, how easy it is to lose it all today, the power of social media, the power of influences as well. One thing is the first episode is really slow. It's terribly slow, so you have to stick with it because afterwards the intrigue certainly gets a lot more quick-paced.
Okay, it sounds like that one goes a bit beyond its initial appearances then. Well, finally from you, Dheepthi, in keeping with our Emmy theme, now an Emmy Award-winning true crime series, Monsters, is back with a terrifying new tale about a murder. Lyle and Eric Menendez, brothers who killed their own parents in 1989.
Yeah, a terrifying new true crime story by Ryan Murphy and Ian Brennan, who, of course, brought us the first season of this anthology series, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Now, they set their sights on a chilling, well-documented true crime story from 1989. Brothers Lyle and Eric Menendez shot their parents dead in their Beverly Hills home. They claimed they feared for their lives after years of sexual and physical abuse. The prosecution said that the brothers wanted their hands on the family's fortune. They were eventually found guilty and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Now, this season of the anthology series takes us through that crime, starring Javier Bardem as the father and Chloe Sevigny as the mother. The first season, as I said, focused on Jeffrey Dahmer. It racked up 1 billion hours of viewing, according to Netflix. So no doubt they'll be hoping for a similar success in the second season.
Okay, well, maybe not one to watch before bedtime, so as not to have nightmares. And we'll see if this season is as enthralling as the previous one. Thank you so much for that roundup, Dheepthi. We'll leave you with a look at season 2 of Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. Otherwise, do check in with us here next time on Arts 24 for more culture news, and you can get us on social media too.
You don't murder your parents that way. Literally defacing them. That's not about money.